So NOAA's been keeping data in Virginia and elsewhere, of course, for approximately 130 years. And they report that meteorological summer, which starts June 1st, has been the driest since they started keeping records in, I think it's 1895. What does that mean for us? What does that mean for you? How are we gonna get through it? We'll talk about that next. So this time last year, if you guys remember, we planted a field of sunflowers, approximately this same size and shape. And what's happened this year, as you can see, is they have not reached maturity. They've sprouted, flowered, and they're dying. Our corn silked at about 2 feet tall, and we just had to mow it under. Thankfully, we aren't reliant on our sunflowers or our corn for our livelihood. We have full-time jobs. This is kind of our hobby, but our farmer friends, they're on the brink right now. Before you say, wait a minute, you're recording about a drought while you're standing in the middle of a wet field and there's rain clouds everywhere? Well, yes, because one of the things you have to consider is not just your area right where you live, but the region. And as you can see in this NOAA map, it's not just Virginia. Virginia had the most severe, but you can see all around us is extreme drought and then worse than usual drought. So the whole region is being affected. What that means for you is if you have cows or pigs or chickens or goats or things that rely on inputs to your farm for them to eat, those inputs could go through the roof. There's only been one good hay cutting in our region, and we here, right around where I live, have not had it as bad as other areas in Virginia. So we might be okay right here, but come winter time, when I have to maybe start bringing in some inputs because my animals have eaten all my grass, that might get expensive. So for you, if you have those needs, you might want to start looking at getting hay now and maybe start stockpiling some feed. It's quite possible all of this could turn around. Something similar happened in 2012 in this region. They had an extremely hot, extremely dry snap, and then come roughly the last week of July, the first week of August, that broke. And the high temperatures stopped and the rains came and the season was saved. But it being the driest it's been in 130 years is a pretty big deal, and it's something we want to prepare for. But that's one of the reasons why you live this type of lifestyle, right? It's not for the day-to-day. When you're thinking future, you have to think 6 months, a year, 2 years in advance and start planting accordingly. You're not just going to walk out into your field one day and say, I'm going to do this. It takes planning. So I just want to help you get ahead of that curve, that hay prices might go up, feed prices might go up, yields all across our region are going to be lower. So that's going to snowball and potentially affect everything. Even if you don't live this lifestyle, the feed that farmers grow around here, which is what most of them grow, dent corn and soybeans, because we're typically a monoculture type society, all those things are going to commercial feedlots, which are raising your food, your cows, pork, chicken, things like that. Delaware per capita is one of the largest chicken suppliers in the world, and where do you think they get their feed? They get it from as close as possible. Well, this whole region has been affected, so you might be affected too. Don't panic, just plan. My name is Brian, this is Flannel Farms. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time, bye.